Well, hello, my friends. I'm so happy to be here with the wonderful Cheryl Murray, Director of Development, Partnership for Kids. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Andy. I love this.
First of all, P4K does so much for so many in the community, for our youth. You've got an event coming up, Hops and Grapes, on March 31st. We'll talk more about that, but let's just talk about first P4K, the mission, and what do you do?
Well, thanks, Andy. The Probably the most important takeaway with Partnership for Kids is that we are a program in Omaha Public Schools serving 3,000 students
Yeah.
who have lacked for years opportunities for advancement, for career exploration, and mentoring relationships. And so we're in the schools working with kindergartners on literacy and focusing all the way to through high school and college. And so our programs really are intensive and focused on helping students graduate on time and start to visualize a future for themselves, a plan for themselves. And whether that's a 2 year or 4 year, military, the trades, we just want our students to really understand that there are so many options for them that are really obtainable and exciting and viable, right here in our community,
Yeah.
and helping them figure out what are the steps I need to take to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so important. I mean, so important. Um, let's talk about, so the unique challenges, and you might have just touched on that, but what are, like, if you kind of dive down a little deeper, what are unique challenges?
Well, I think that what we're seeing with our students right now, they struggled. So many of our kids really struggled with like mental health and anxiety issues even before COVID.
Sure.
And what we are seeing consistently from students, from family members, from Omaha Public Schools, really is this kind of leveling up crisis that our kids are struggling with, getting caught up, the anxieties. I mean, everything from, gosh, safety in schools to, climate control. I mean, our kids are aware,
Yeah.
right? This generation, they're so plugged in.
Yep.
Um, and so our responsibility in helping our students navigate that is really like how to self-regulate, how to manage some of those stressors, and how to set some of that aside in terms of like what you can and cannot control, and then focus on what you can do, right? Focusing on what you can accomplish in school, what you can accomplish through our program, that you can get your degree, you can reach these benchmarks, right? Because this generation, they're gonna face these issues in our communities, and they're gonna be our problem solvers.
Yeah. And I think you just said that so beautifully, because I didn't even think about that. I mean, back when I was, grade school, middle school, high school, um, I wasn't reading the paper, and
No.
I had no clue really what was going on, unless it was something like really major that my parents were talking about.
Yeah.
But these kids have access to everything that's going on in
Yeah.
the United States, in the world, and that that's a whole level of um, of potential stress that they're carrying around, and they don't know
Yeah.
what to do with. So
Right. Right. And
yeah.
that's overwhelming. And you couple that with the isolation from COVID,
Yep.
the academic backslide as a result of remote learning for such a long period of time. And really, it really comes back to, and I think a lot of the viewers understand, if you're raising kids, I mean, just your kiddos at home, right? That sense of hope and opportunity, that there's something on the horizon. And that's really what we're trying to help
Yeah.
our young people understand is, oh, there's so much opportunity for you.
Oh my
Our kids have so many incredible gifts. They just need some extra help to kind of unearth their talents and cultivate them so that they can reap that harvest.
yeah. Well, again, P4K, I just love you guys. Hops and Grapes,
Yeah.
coming up on March 31st, and it's a great event. It's also a fun way to support this organization. So what is Hops and Grapes? I know what it
Oh
is, but
my gosh,
for those who
you
don't.
know, yeah, this is a fantastic event. It's really evolved over the years. It is
Yeah.
casual, fun, jeans. Come after work. There's beer tasting, wine tasting, spirits, ciders. We're going to have some non alcoholic mixers there to sample, some Napa wines, whiskeys. Whiskeys and beers are all local. We're really excited about kind of our lineup this year. We're also doing a fun partnership with Bianchi Candle. And
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, great.
yeah.
Yeah, love
We're
them.
going to have some custom made candles that we'll be selling that are customized just for hops and grapes, kind of featuring our different levels of programming. And
Yeah,
those will be sold. We've got raffle prizes and auction, all that fun stuff. The shenanigans, play live music. I mean, it is really, boy, when we say casual, we mean that we want
yeah,
people to come and mingle and have a really great time. And then, we take a little break from that and we are going to watch a video from some of our students talking about that transformational moment and being involved in Partnership for Kids. And Kiewit is our presenting sponsor this year. And I'm really excited because one of our students, we've been around for 34 years, and one of our young students, well, he's an adult now, goodness sakes, he started in elementary school, came all the way through middle school, through high school, went into post-secondary, graduated from UNO with an engineering degree, and now works for Peter Kiewit right down here
oh my
on their
gosh.
project. And so he's going to be a special guest of ours as well. Cerise Cole's going to be our MC. I mean, it's just a great night to like shine the light on when we invest early, right?
Yeah,
Like we have to invest early. We have to make sure that our kids are on target with literacy in elementary, have a vision for the future, and then really start talking about career options and the college pathway in middle school, right? That's when we need to reach our kids, and that's what we're doing with our curriculum-based model. And we're going to highlight that at Hops and Grapes so that people can really see that impact of, gosh, when we start early, that transformation, it does take time, but it happens. And then they become like incredible leaders in our community.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you know what? Again, this is kind of a quick conversation. People can go to P4K for the number 4.org to learn more. Again, the event is March 31st. Where's it at?
At the Scott Conference Center
Okay,
this year.
okay, great. Yeah, middle of town. Right in the
Yes.
middle of town. So, all right. Well, Cheryl, thank you so much for joining me today and letting us know again. So inspiring, and you have a way with words, and I think you, yeah. I don't know. I always feel inspired whenever I get done talking to you. So,
Oh,
uh,
thanks, Andy.
yeah, folks, March 31st, Scott Conference Center, Hops and Grapes. Come on out. So,
Thank
thanks
you.
again. And folks, we'll be right back.